Outside of him, Al Pisecki from Clarence. Ample Rubber, King Oil, Halfway Auto Parts. Next in line, the 74 of Ed Culver from Cheektowaga. 18A Trucking, Broad Spectrum Concrete. Bison Security. The Lavender car, the number 23. Tim Bernhardt from Lancaster. Davis Ulmer Sprinkler. Plinky Family Car Frantic. T-Bears Lounge and Restaurant. Next in line, the number 10, Jared Brown, Nap Auto Parts and Subway. Outside of him, the 20 of Phil Ledwin from Cheektowaga. Bison Security. AMF Bowling Center's Frontier Glass Butches, Fredericks Manor. Position, he's going to lead him to the stripe. The starter looks him over. Larry Woodruff says, points at the stripe and says, gentlemen, let's go street stock racing. Culver powers down, Pisecki right on the outside. They go to turns 1 and 2 as we get it on through turns 1 and 2. Culver and Pisecki side by side. Brown and, Pisecki gets wide and loose up trying to turn 2. Brown now moves to the second. Culver, Brown, George Resch charging hard. Pisecki trying to take up spots on the outside. Taking a long way around, trying to see if that high groove can work tonight. Down the front stretch. Here comes Culver hanging on the lead. Then Brown, Pisecki, Resch, Mike Davis, and Bernhardt in the Lavender car. Then Houston in the 58, but down the back stretch, still hanging on the lead. Culver looks like he's got the power tonight. Jared Brown trying to close the gap. Jared Brown looks like he's picking up some distance on the back stretch as it was a drag race. Brown doesn't seem to be able to handle just as good as Culver can into turn 3, but seems to have the power down the straightaways as he seems to be overtaking Culver with each lap. Now Pisecki looking to gain back positions as he looks on the inside line. As now Jared Brown taking the high line, doesn't know if he can hang on to it. Culver gets loose in turn 2 as now Brown powers down the outside as a drag strip for the race. For the lead, Jared Brown takes the lead in turn 3, but he's still on the high side. Culver down low underneath, trying to take it back. Doesn't have the horsepower to do it. Jared Brown down the front stretch, crosses the Money Taco start finish line. Culver now in the second. Pisecki looks to take the low line underneath Culver, but can't find the racing room. Now they come together, Davis and Resch in turns 1 and 2, but everybody comes out unscathed. As Mike Davis was looking for some racing room underneath George Resch in turns 1 and 2.
Al Pisecki over the back bumper of Ed Culver now as they run through 3 and 4. Davis to the inside of George Resch now turn number 4. Resch slides off the 4 turn as he comes down the start finish line. It's a battle for 4th as Davis got the Mr. D 0-2 to the inside of George Resch. They'll run Dorian in turn number 1. Here comes points leader John Houston. He's made his way to 6 and now he's chasing down this battle between Davis and Resch.
They battle on the Nap Auto Parts street stocks as Jared Brown, the number 10, the Nap Auto Parts subway machine. Hammers down, comes down the front stretch, across the Money Taco start finish line. He's got a 2-car length lead over at Culver. Culver having everything he can do to hold off Al Pisecki's Ample Rubber King Oil, number 9. Pisecki looking to find a way as Davis down to 4th, Resch in 5th, Houston in 6th. But Houston looking to challenge Resch as we got Phil Ledwin in trouble up in turns 2. And he's got a flat right front from the looks of it, and that will bring out the caution in the back stretch as let's start here.
6 in the books and 14 to go as we double things up. The white flag comes out. We'll be racing next time by. On the point is Jared Brown, who's outside of the Ed Culver, Al Pisecki, Mike Davis, George Resch, John Houston, Tim Bernhardt, Dave Milbrand, Jeff Barrett, Mark Fotia, Boudra, Jay Weldy, Wayne Stevens, Jim Nowinski, Roger Brandy, J.W. Flagler, Jason Gwynn, and Jay Canonical as your running orders. We've got 14 laps to go. It's our opening feature of the evening. We are live and racing at Lancaster. This is not a recorded message. You're listening to this live in WXRL. We're about to go back to the green flag.
Live in a little bit color, back to Nap Auto Parts street stock. Jared Brown's number 10. The Nap Auto Parts subway machine gets ready to rock and roll. The starter looks him over and says, gentlemen, punch it, let's go. The starter says, green flag, Brown number 10. Culver on the outside, Pisecki under him. Pisecki liking to restart as Pisecki's number 9 is powering on the inside move. Culver on the outside. Culver can't seem to hang on to it. Now Al Pisecki's number 9. Oh, we got things loose. Mike Davis loose in turn 2. The whole field gathering up behind him. Everybody on the binders. Davis comes around, gathers up. Looks like J.W. Flagler, Jason Gwynn, and Jay Canonical bounces off the thermal foams by the pole in the infield. We got Nowinski moving through turn 3. We got Fatia spun around. Milbrand's in 4. We got Nap Auto Parts street stocks all over the place, facing the wrong way. And that will bring the caution out one more time.
Pisecki, George the Weasel Resch outside road number 2. Then it's Houston, Bernhardt, Merritt, Milbrand, Moocher, Stevens. That's your top 10 as Larry Woodruff looks him over, waves the green flag, and we are racing once again. They'll thunder on down into turn number 1. Brown looks to get a good jump on the field. Culver's to the outside. Pisecki looks to his inside door now. Brown powers away from the rest of the field. Now they battle down the back stretch. It's a freight train down as they head towards turn number 3. Brown out in front by 4. Car lengths ahead of Culver. Pisecki, and now George Resch powering to the outside of him as they come off turn number 4 this time by. There'll be 7 in the books and 13 to go, with it side by side for a second now between Pisecki and Culver. They'll run door-handle into turns 1 and 2. No driver giving an inch. John Houston making some noise. He's into the 4th spot now. Your points leader looking to get to the front of the field as fast as he can. He's into 4th. He's going to bring Jeff Merritt with him, who pulls to the inside of George Weasel-Ross. Now Milbrand and Barani spin up at turn number 3, catching Jason Gwynn. Gwynn head-on collision there with Roger Barani. That brings out another caution on lap, baby.
I don't know who he is, but you need, I don't know who he is. I don't care. I don't know who he is. But yo, there's no rice and beans. You need some rice and beans in this place, because you know that you got a Latino here.
All right, thanks to Chili Willie and Angels. We're going back to the street stock feature here, John. All right, they're back down as we're through 3 and 4. A little wrestling madness up here. Brown and Pisecki lead them off turn number 4 this time by. We're going to have 9 in the books, 11 to go. Culver and Houston run side by side for 3rd. Down the front stretch into turn number 1. Merritt's back in 5th. He's banging on the back bumper of Ed Culver. He looks to the outside and follows John Houston. They come down the back stretch.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Napa Auto Parts Street Stock Racing as they get down here. Doing the sheet metal shimmy. Napa Auto Parts Street Stock style, but Jared Brown is powering down the front stretch. They get the halfway cross flags, 10 laps in. 10 laps to go. Napa Auto Parts Street Stock feature. Jared Brown in the lead, comes out of turn 2. About 3 car lengths back. The number 9 of Al Pisecki. Houston another 3 or 4 car lengths back. In the 58, the City Fence Old Dutchman Company. And the rest of the field bunched up as the race is on for the 4th position. Culver with Merritt on the outside. Merritt taking the high line the long way around Lancaster. Culver swings out to meet him like he knows he's there. Culver powers into turn 1. Merritt still hanging out of the back corner. But look at this, the 61 of George Resch. He's in the mix as well as he's working the underside of Jeff Merritt. Trying to get underneath Jeff Merritt. Merritt doesn't let him. Merritt now goes into turn 3. He's trying to work over Culver. Right on the back bumper. Culver almost taps him to say hello, but not quite. Trying to lay on the chrome horn. They come down here. The battle on for that 4th spot. Merritt gets a little loose with a 4. Culver just trying everything he can to hang on to that 4th position. Now Culver gets loose in turn 2. Merritt tries to get underneath him. Now Merritt going to power down the back stretch. Culver gets loose and high washes out of turn 2. Merritt powers underneath him. Now George Resch looks to follow. George Resch looking to follow. Can't quite do it. Culver can't has a switchback about him. Tries to tuck back at the line. As Merritt now firmly in command of the 4th position. Culver now with Resch underneath him. Culver hung out high and dry on the outside. Resch working his way underneath. The battle now on as Culver looking to work his way back. Unfortunately, as Resch trying to work his way by. George Resch on the underside into turns 3 and 4. Resch working under Ed Culver. Culver on the outside, now working at high line. Look at the race on for the 2nd spot as Pisecki and Houston go at it. Houston in the 2nd position now. Pisecki right behind him. Pisecki not wanting to give up that easy. Jared Brown, the number 10, he's just checking out in the field. He's got a 10 hippopotami lead on Houston. And just looking to power away from the rest of the field as Davis looks like he may end up being lap traffic if he's not careful.
This time by, 5 laps to go for Jared Brown, and he checked out on the field. Houston runs 2nd, Pisecki in 3rd. The battle is on for 5th. Moser checks to the inside of George Resch. They enter in turn number 1. Terry Willey sitting in the catbird seat on that battle. Now off turn number 2. Moser looks to power by and break into the top 5. As your race leader is starting to work through lap traffic this time by. There'll be 4 laps to go. As Jared Brown is checked out on the Napa Auto Parts Street Stock, the Napa Auto Parts number 10, but the battle is on for 2nd right now. Al Pisecki all over the back bumper of points leader John Houston, the City Fence 58. As Pisecki shadows the 58 as they go into turn number 2. Down the backstretch, they'll go with a single file shootout right now for your top 6-7 race cars. Off turn number 4. Brown continues to lead. He has got about a turn lead on the rest of the field. This time by, there'll be 3 laps to go for Jared Brown as John Houston is in hot pursuit with Pisecki and Jeff Merritt closing in on your top 3 race cars. Now the battle is on for the 6th spot. The familiar battle from the Strictly Stocks. Terry Weldy and George Resch battling bumpers now down the backstretch. The battle is on. That is a position 6th and 7th on the racetrack right now. This time by, the parallel popsicle sticks go up. We've got 2 laps to go for the 10 of Jared Brown. Brown leading this one safely. The battle is on for 2nd though as Al Pisecki continues to follow the 58 of Houston. Merritt rides 4th, Booger 5th, Weldy and Resch 6th, 7th, and Stevens will round out in 8th. But this time by, the white flag comes out. One more circuit of the Speedway. Here's Jared Brown checked out on the Napa Auto Parts Street Stock field. It is his race to lose right now in the Napa Auto Parts number 10. He heads off turn number 2 down the backstretch. He's got a half lap to go. He's going to try and hang on as Al Pisecki in the race on now for 2nd, trying to catch John Houston, but he might not have enough. up turn number 4, coming down to the checkered and American flag. Your winner, Jared Brown in the 10. The battle on for second is going to be won by Houston, followed by Pisecki, Merritt, Boudreaux, Weldy, Resch, Stevens, Bernhardt, Flagler, Fotia, Culver, Moose Rutherford, Dave Milbrand, and Mike Davis will be your finish order. And Mike Davis' engine just quit here off turn number 4. And he is smoking heavily now as he pulls in the infield just in the nick of time at the end of the race. That thing went on him. But Jared Brown gets himself back into victory lane after losing the points lead a couple of weeks ago. He's looking to get back. Coming in tonight, he was 5th, but he'll definitely gain on some of the top 5 as a couple of them had troubles this evening. This is Jared's second win of the season, winning back on May 19th. So the Napa Auto Parts Street Stock feature is won by the Napa Auto Parts Street Stock number 10 of Jared Brown. They'll be taking his victory lap. Coming up next, the Sportsman will be out, followed by the late models, the Sportsman and Modifieds. Okay, I've just been told, coming up next, Robosaurus is doing a quick show. His first preview show, I guess. He's going to come down the front stretch, do a quick parade lap, but that will not be his only show. It's his first of 2 shows this evening, as he'll be doing a parade on the front stretch, and during that time we'll be putting some traction compound down on the speedway, but coming down into victory lane, I'm going to send down to John O'Doy with Jared Brown.
Thank you, Dave Buchanan. Down here trackside, Jared Brown makes his way by me. Into victory lane, proudly displaying the checkered flag. Will give Jared a chance to get himself unlimbered and out of the car. The number 2. So we wait for him to get out. Let him get unlimbered, get the steering wheel out of his way. Going to drop the window net here. Give him a couple minutes to get his helmet off so he can hear you, ladies and gentlemen. Giving Jared Brown a chance. As we get our Napa Auto Parts Street Stock feature winner unbelted and unbuckled. I would imagine he's a pretty happy camper as he gets ready to unbuckle. Here he comes. He's going to undo the window net here in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, let him hear it. Your Napa Auto Parts Street Stock feature winner, the number 10, Jared Brown. He can hear you now. Come on back here, Jared. That was one heck of a race you're in, yeah? Way to go, buddy.
I gotta catch my breath. I don't know what happened there. We were supposed to start 9th, and then the first 2 cars broke, and somebody else pulled in the infield, and the next thing I knew, we were 3rd. Holy cow, I don't know what to say.
Looks like you drove away with it for a while there. Once you got a head of steam up, you pulled away from the pack.
Yeah, I took it easy the first couple laps because I wasn't sure about the wetness of the track, but after that, I saw the 58 coming up in my mirror, and I wanted to get as much of a lead on him as I possibly could, so I just drove it as hard as I could.
All right, Jared, who do you need to say thank you to for tonight's win?
Well, I got to thank my dad. It's funny because this is the second time I won this year, and it's the second time he wasn't here. But other than that, I got to thank Napa Auto Parts, William C. Rottenson, Brownie's Auto Care Center, Subway Sub Shop, Century Business Products, Jim Brady, my crew, my wife, my mother, everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Napa Auto Parts Street Stock feature winner, Jared Brown. It's Robosaurus night here at Lancaster Motorsports Park, brought to you by Pepsi-Cola of Buffalo and Glenn Campbell Chevrolet, and Robosaurus coming out here any minute for his short preview show, so send it back up to you, Dave Buchanan.
Yep, Robo's getting ready for a quick preview performance. This will be his first to shoot 2 shows this evening as we're getting ready for the Sportsman features. We'll be right back on WXRL 1300. Okay, as we wait for Robo to make his way out of the racetrack, we're doing a little track maintenance over in turn number 1. And Ralph Galuzzi is riding our Cub Cadet tractor, which is spraying down traction compound as they head into turn number 1 to give the drivers what John O'Doy calls some gription on the racing service. And that Cub Cadet tractor was donated by our friends at the Cub Cadet dealership in Lockport. That's our friends at Creekside Sales and Service in Lockport, your Cub Cadet dealer, and they donated that, and that is our traction compound spraying device that Ralph Galuzzi is piloting in turn number 1, and it'll give the drivers some added traction as they head into the first turn, as it's still a little damp going to turn number 1. As we're getting ready for Robosaurus' preview performance, this will just give you a small taste of what's to come after it gets dark. We'll bring out Robo for his big show. And don't forget to pick up your 50-50 4-score raffle tickets You have to be in it to win it. $1 for 1, 3 for 2, and 10 for 5. And Charlie, Loretta, and rest of our 4-score people are through the grandstand selling tickets. Be sure to grab yours. You got to be in it to win it, and half the money goes to support our Drivers Point Fund right here at Lancaster. That money does not leave. It stays right in the point fund for our Lancaster drivers. Source preview show. He'll be back later this evening, and this is just a sample of what you're going to see later tonight after it gets dark. Well, as Robo does his dance here on the front stretch, we're going to send things back to WXRL. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back to some feature racing action after Robosaurus does a little dance here on the front stretch. We'll be right back on WXRL.
Dancing around the front stretch here at Lancaster.
I think he sees what's for dinner, John. I think he's getting hungry already.
You can hear Robosaurus working in the background. I'll Robosaurus do all the talking for you. As Robosaurus makes his way down the front stretch across the Money Taco start-finish line. Let's take another quick commercial break for those listening on the radio at home on AM 1300 WXRL. Making his way into our entry alley down by turn 4. That was just
Larry Woodruff, the tower of power of the Lancaster Motorsports Park with 2 green flags in hand is waving him, and we are racing with the sport winner Lancaster. And they'll go nerf by nerf. We're heading into turn number 1, the opening lap. It's going to be Heckler jumping out in front. Shields going to try and go right with them as they battle down the backstretch. Powers on the outside line trying to hang on a second out. Heckler starting to check out on the field pretty quick, though, as they come up turn number 4 to lap number 1. Heckler will be your leader. The battle for second. They'll run side by side into turn number 1. Pierce is in 4th, but he's got youngster Nick Capelli to his inside, and they battle on the backstretch. Heckler's checked out. Bristol's doubled up right behind him. It looks like a fast-moving pace lap now through turns 3 and 4. Now things start to bunch up, and Capelli's been going into turn number 4.
The pace car heads to the infield. Here comes Heckler into turn 3. He waves the magic green flag and says, "Gentlemen, let's go sportsman racing."
Blair Woodruff looks him over. He waves the green flag, and we are racing once again. Back out to the lead, but he has got Dave Powers and Mike Shields perched right behind him. They'll head through 1 and 2, and it's again the same setup as last time. Heckler checks out. Bristol's pace lap behind him, and it's Powers and Shields side by side for second. Now Shields pulls out Power on the other side. 3 wide going into turn number 3. It's a Don Wiley sandwich up turn number 4. Powers gets the best there. Joins the top 5 here on lap number 3. Sparks flying into 1. Now Gradle spinning, facing the wrong way on a one-way street, and Capelli goes surfing right into Jerry Gradle.
Looks like Capelli had nowhere to go, and he went way, way low, but Gradle was down there with him. And as Capelli went through the pond down there in turn 2, the water came up. He couldn't see anything except all of a sudden there's the 2 of Jerry Gradle Jr. right in front of him.
And let's see if Ken Heckler can check it on the field once again. Or will that purple Powis 22 be banging on the back bumper now as the pace car ducks the infield. Larry Woodruff looks him over top the tower of power. He waves the green flag. We are racing once again. Out to the lead, but Mike Shields going to stick right with him to the outside. Powis to the inside in. Wiley to the outside. It's a bumper banging down the backstretch. It's going to be 3 wide once again. This time it's an Gerber damage, but he thinks the better of it. He'll fall back in line. Heckler checking back out as they come off turn number 4. Powis and Shields going to run side by side. Spot as they go into turn number 1. Powis going to try and power by on the inside. Here comes Don Wiley from back in the pit. He's up to 4th now. He's looking to the inside of Shields. Going into turn number 3. Now it's Shields side by side with Powis once again for 2nd. And now we're going to have 10 laps to go, and it is still Heckler. Rutherford's right on his back bumper. There's Jim Pierce to the inside. Look out, Big Kev and Jerry. They're going to the back of the pack. The 2 big guns of the sportsmen. They're going to start to make their presence felt here as we get later and later into this race. But Ken Heckler continues to lead.
Look at the back of the pack. Eckridge got a wheel. He's coming to almost a complete stop on the back stretch.
Well, at caution out, we had debris up in turn number 2. Fell restart 6 to books and 9 to go. It's Heckler being pressured by Powis' purple 22. But here we go back to the race. And once again, Heckler looking to get the jump, but Powis is powering right on his back bumper as I'm using enough alliteration for one evening. Shields back to 3rd, Wiley to 4th, and Grimmer runs 5th. But here comes Kirk Rutherford and Big Kev, Kevin Eckert. They're working the outside line, looking to get to the top 5 as we're at the halfway point. Looks to the outside of Grimmer going into turn number 1. Rutherford falls back in line though, can't find a racer on the outside. Now the battle for 2nd. He's got Mike Shields looking at the inside of Dave Powis for 2nd as things are starting to bunch up for positions 2 through 7. Heckler's checking out. Wiley turning in the outside line, but it's Grimmer to the inside. He's holding his own. Now Shields looks to the inside. Powis is way off the pace, coming off turn number 2. They'll now run Nerfar to Nerfar, going back into 3. It's going to be side by side for the top 5 positions right now. Down at turn number 1. Nerfar's into turn number 1. And it looks like Powis lost that argument. He dropped 3 spots there, and he found himself now in 7th. Here goes Rutherford to the inside of Don Wiley. He's looking to take the 4 spot away. Off turn number 4. This time there'll be 5 laps to go with Heckler and Nicholas picking up in turn number 4.
On the ring in turns 3 and 4. We've got 10 laps in, 5 laps to go. All right, oh boy, here we go up in turn 2 now as Powis and Rutherford come together. And the lights come off and there we go. Heckler sees the green flag flying. Outside, they're nearly 3 wide into turns 1 and 2. Grimmer on the outside. They head down the back stretch. Back into racing. Heckler powers away from the field. Shields in 2nd. Big Kev, Kevin Eckert trying to take over 3rd. Matt Grimmer makes the inside move. Can't quite power by it. As they come out of turn 4. Now side by side now. Turns 1 and 2. He's right on the tail of Mike Shields. Shields trying to hold him off. They head down the back stretch. Heckler checking on the field one more time. He's got the aforementioned 4th modified lead on the rest of the field. Shields right behind him. Grimmer trying to make an outside move. Now Kevin Eckridge powers on a turn 4. Trying to take over 2nd for Mike Shields. Eckridge into turns 1 and 2 moves into 2nd. Jerry Gradle Jr. looks to follow him. Jerry Gradle Jr. looking to move over Kevin Eckridge dead in front turn 5. Flying into turns 3 and 4. Here comes Jerry Gradle Jr., the race leader, looking at the twin popsicle sticks. Belly, Pierce, and Martin down the back stretch. Coming up to take the white flag. As Eckert now tries to reel him in. Eckert is trying to apply all the horsepower in this corner of the car. He knows he only has a lap and a half. Comes down the front stretch. Eckert going to be taking the white flag. There it is. As they head down the back stretch, is still Heckler's race to win or lose. Heckler trying to close on him. Not enough time. Heckler's going to have to hang on tight. Not quite enough time. Watch him. Here we go. Heckler's trying to make the inside move. Here we go. It is another race to the finish line. It's still Heckler. And then Shields, Powis, Capelli, Pierce. And Martin, the sport, what a great show at the finish. Holy mackerel. The top 4 spots decided by half a car or less. But here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. The Sportsman feature winner from Cheektowaga, Dayfords, Al Dente's Beats, RE Speed, Greystone Construction, Mighty Taco, the number 17 of Ken Heckler. A hard race for him to win, but he gets his Sportsman feature tonight at Lancaster. Well, Tim, what do you think of the racing action?
Hey, that was pretty cool. Hey, my brother-in-law walking around with a beer. There's a shock. Hey, everyone's down there. Okay. That was some awesome racing action. Heckler's there. I've heard he's been winning a few. I keep updated. Every week I get my Lancaster Motorsports fix. I get on the website and I check it out. And actually they're emailed to me, so I get to read through them and everything. So I get to scoop on what's going on. I keep up with it.
Well, there he is, down trackside, waiting the arrival of Ken Heckler. So we're going to send it down trackside for the interview to the young man himself, Dave, the Dude Buchanan. Take it away, Dave.
Thanks, John, and thank you, Tim. Glad to have you back for a partner in crime. And after weeks of struggling with the setup, the former street stock and late model competitor finally has found his way into victory lane after a couple hard weeks in his first run at the Sportsman ranks here at Lancaster. He's finally got the Dayfords 17 into victory lane. Watch him climb out of this car because he faces about 6 feet in the air. He's like Robosaurus. Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Heckler, tonight's Sportsman feature winner. Some help. He's like Robosaurus. Raises 6 feet in the air. Is one of the few drivers that's taller than me. Ken, your first win at Sportsman's got to feel good.
Years feels great.
You struggled with that setup in these first few weeks. What did you do to get this car finally race ready in a first place shape?
Thank you. KS Automotive for the motor. Al Dente's, JR, Dayfords Collision. Wasn't for Mighty Taco getting me started, I wouldn't be here now.
Well, you had Big Kev, the only other driver just as tall as you, right on your back bumper. Just see the 76 right behind you.
Turn 4 leg. One of them now.
Okay, why don't you thank everybody else that got you here in the victory lane?
Well, my fiance Debbie, she got me started from scratch, or everything, and Greystone Construction.
All right, his first feature win in a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's Sportsman feature winner, it's Ken Heckler. Coming up next, we're going to have the late models. We'll be right back on WXRL.
Okay, now that we're off the air, let's get down and dirty, right, folks? I'm kidding. A lot of children here. Nice to see everybody. Yeah, they're all covering the kids' ears. Pac-Man's back. Cover them up. Howie Markel.
We have questions. We had a letter that poured into the track.
Your letter, yeah.
A letter poured in. And we have to know if you become disenfranchised with Western New York or if you're still one of us. So we have 3 questions.
Okay, ask me.
Who won the Civil War?
We did. The North.
Okay, that's good.
Nice try.
Do you eat grits with more than one meal?
Yes. Go ahead.
One and one?
No, just breakfast. Just breakfast.
Just breakfast.
Right.
That's good.
Okay, third question.
Is grits vegetable, mineral, or no unknown substance?
I have no idea, but it tastes good with eggs and sausage. That's all I know.
He's still one of us, folks. Welcome back, pal.
Thank you very much. I'm here 10 minutes, and the 50-50 girls are running up here. And, of course, I had a fork over. No big deal. $5? Can I borrow $5, please?
I see you brought your lovely wife with
Of
you.
course I brought my lovely wife.
How's things going?
Awesome. Things are great down in North Carolina. Good time. Things are going good with NASCAR.com. But busy with that. Very busy. And it's cool. In the number 51, Bill Adamczak. Cam Collision. And your racer guy, Bob 9, the number 65, and the 22, rounding out your field. That is Daryl McKay. Here we go. Green flag. We got remodel action. Here we go to turns 1 and 2. Nermy, that's Scott Nermy, the number 20, leading the way, the number 1 in Nash right behind him. They go to the inside of Rutherford. Here goes Carbone, as he makes the move to the inside. Throw a blanket over the rest of them from 4th on back. Carbone gets a little squirrely in turns 3 and 4, slows it down a little bit, it gathers together. Here we go, side by side. It's Nash to the inside of Nermy. That's Scott Nermy up front. Nash takes the lead on lap number 2. Down the back straightaway they go. It's single file for your first 6 cars. Then we got some side-by-side with number 54, Randy France. Outside him, the 09 Juliker is using a high groove as he gets by Pinnell. Makes his way down the front straightaway. And into turns 1 and 2 by the grandstand. The packed grandstands here tonight at Lancaster Motorsports Park, I might add. Randy France now in the 54. Thomas Thompson Racing, Danner Collision, Route 20 Ice Cream. Don't want to skip those guys. The cheer them on down below. Look at Nash on the dash going to the front, trying to make something out of this race here. Wants to win it right away. Carbone now has looking to the outside of Rutherford. And here comes Nerby to the inside of him. That's Ron Nerby in the number 2. Nash, he's out there on a Saturday night drive all by himself. Now Carbone, he's pushing Scott Nerby, Rutherford there, down behind Carbone. Oh, they got contact. It's Rutherford. Then Carbone spins out of it. And Juliker goes to the infield, splashing and dashing to avoid everybody. And Hoddick spins around, last week's feature event winner at Hooters Cup racer. And Carbone looks like he spun around and made a little contact. I'll probably get a bill next week, yeah. Green flag, here we go. Nash and Nerby side by side, we line them up. They go through turns 1 and 2. Captain Consistency, Tom McLeod looking to make a move. Nerby slows and he gathers his brother Nerby slowing him up behind him. And Juliker in the 09 zooming up front where he likes to run all the time. Captain Consistency tries to come down, shuts the door on Juliker, and he does it. Nash is your leader. McLeod falls in behind him. Then it's going to be Juliker running third. Running fourth to the inside of his brother Ron Nerby to the inside of Scott. Side by side Nerby action. Here comes Cruiser Mike Catalano. Now he looks to jump into the top 5. And here's Mark Pinnell as well. And big bad Bobby Weber wants a part of that action. So does Randy France and Tim Windnagel. Now Tom McLeod looks to the inside. Nash shuts the door on him. And here comes Johnny Juliker. Johnny Juliker trying to make the move on McLeod to move up into second. That's not going to happen. Nash seems to have it on the gas, smashing it, making it go fast. Let's see. Here goes Juliker McLeod. He gives a little bit of nudge, says, hey, buddy, just let you know, I'm here. I might want second place. McLeod takes it out high. Tries to get that momentum through turns 1 and 2. Look at this. You got Tom McLeod, John Juliker, and Nerby. Windnagel goes off the track off turn number 2. And the caution flag will come out on lap number 7. We got a little assist. That's nothing wrong. Good thing John and I work together. No one would know what's going on. Here we go. Side by side. They come out of turn 4. And Woodruff throws the flag up. We got green. We got action. Nash. Now he has McLeod to the outside. McLeod's got to take the high line. But look at this. Here goes Juliker to the inside of McLeod. Nash hanging on to the top spot. Oh, McLeod and Juliker do a little of that fiberglass fandango through turns 3 and 4. McLeod now takes second. McLeod third. Now he gets in right behind him, shuts the door on Catalano. Big bad Bobby Weber up in 5th. Now it's Pinnell running 6th. Then you've got Randy France. And outside him's the 33 of Don Irving with Carbone. He's picked up a bunch of spots trying to work his way back to the top 5. Well, I don't know. If I was Mike Nash right now, I'd want anybody but that guy behind me, John Juliker. But what are you going to do? Like Richard Petty says, that's racing. Now Juliker looking to make the move. He's going to go high to the outside. Does he have enough to get him on the outside? See if Nash will take him up there. He's committed. Nash takes him high and wide, and there's McLeod waiting to see if these guys are going to do something. McLeod powers to the outside, and Juliker powers to the outside, and Nash with McLeod right behind him. And a little rusty. Give me a break. Juliker now out of turn 4, down the front straightaway. He's now your leader, John Juliker. Now McLeod goes to the inside of Nash. Mike Nash had a huge lead before that first caution, but that first caution brought them all back together. Juliker now in front. With McLeod behind him, then Nash, Catalano, and Bobby Weber with Pinnell. France. Carbone to the outside of Irving. And the rest of the field makes his way around down the back straightaway. Here they go into turns 3 and 4 out of the front stretch. It's going to be John Juliker still your leader. Dave, you missed the fly. That's bad. Juliker, no. Still your leader. John Juliker, you've seen him do it once, you've seen him do it 100 times here. I don't know how many feature wins he has here, but it's got to be a bunch of handfuls. Because that's how I count. So it's Juliker now down the front straightaway. McLeod behind him, then Nash. Your battle's heating up, though. Catalano's got big bad Bobby Weber looking to the outside of him. 15 in, 10 to go. Weber and Catalano battling for position, the 4th and 5th spot. Pinnell waiting to see what's going to happen. Hoddick pulls it into the infield, last week's feature event winner. Weber and Catalano crowd's right there in the perfect spot if something does. And Metzinger trucking number 4. Let's see if we can catch up to him. 17, that means there's 8 left. They come down the front straight, and it's still Juliker out there all by himself.
Single foul shootout for the late models right now, with everybody chasing that 09 of John Juliker. McLeod hanging back in second, Nash to third. Now Don Irving all over the back bumper. Randy France, they power up turn number 2 down the back straight. Now France can look to power away. Off turn number 4, they're going to cross start-finish line. It's still going to be Juliker and McLeod 1 and 2, but it's a nice 8-9 hippopotami lead between the two of them. The battle is on now between Carbone, Irving, and France, and that's positions 7, 8, 9. Irving all over. He loses it now in 2, but he saves the car. And this time by, there'll be 6 to go. Juliker now at turn number 2. It's still a single file shootout for the late models. Everybody trying to chase John Juliker, but nobody can find the race room to catch him. This time by, 5 laps to go. Now we're going to have 4 laps to go, as Jerry Ruby's going to be lap traffic for Juliker, who's really checked out on the field. Now Bobby Weber starting to reel in Mike Nash for the 3rd position. Weber looks to the outside, going into turn number 1. And Carbone just stayed at the front. Now something's gone wrong on Pinnell. He's slowing on turn number 2, and he is very slow off the backstretch, and it looks like everybody's going to go by him, and that may have bring on a caution. As Juliker continues to lead now with 3 laps to go. McLeod hangs on to second, and Bobby Weber chases down Mike Nash, and the caution will come out for Pinnell. Irving also has problems. He's pulled in the infield, so the caution comes out with 3 to go.
Who think it's going to be Captain Consistency, Tommy McLeod? Who thinks they're going to take each other out and Nash is going to win?
I threw that out there. What the heck? Oh, beer guy down here in the front straightaway. We've been paged. Beer guy in the front straightaway. Here we go. Green flag in the air, Larry. One go.
Juliker leads him into turn number 1. And it's going to be side by side for the fifth spot between Catalano and Carbone as they battle down the backstretch. Catalano to the inside, Carbone to the outside. But Juliker's once again checked out in the field. Bobby Weber now setting his sights on the sexy one of Mike Nash as the parallel popsicle sticks in here. We've got 2 laps to go. France, Carbone, Windiggle, Anderson in the battle now for 6, 7, 8, 9 as they go into turns 1 and 2, doubled up. But out down the backstretch, Juliker's checked out. McLeod hanging on the second, then it's Nash, Weber, and Catalano. Carbone goes by Randy France. He's going to bring Bill Adamczak with him into the 7th spot. This time by, white flag is out. One more circuit of the Speedway as Bill Adamczak way wide on turn number 4. He looks to slow down as they cross our finish line off to the 51 of Adamczak. Last lap now. It's Juliker down the backstretch, half lap to go. His race to lose. Into the final 2 turns, it's going to be Juliker, McLeod, or Nash. Can Juliker hang on down at turn number 4, down to the checkered flag? It will be John Juliker, followed by McLeod, Nash, Weber, Catalano, Carbone, France, Windiggle, Bailey, Harthill, Bill Adamczak, Bob Nye, and Jerry Ruby. Once again, John Juliker picks up another late model feature win. Number 50 or something. He has won so many of them, and he is back. Captain Consistency Tom McLeod, a 2nd place finish. How many times he finished that to John Juliker? That's another one for the books. And Mike Nash had a great run, his strongest run of the season, and winds up 3rd. With Bobby Weber and Mike Catalano, another strong run for him, rounds out your top 5. Up next is Robosaurus. What you came to see, he'll be making his way out right after the feature, I believe, and he is hungry for some sheet metal and car parts. Then one of the modifieds will wrap things up with some 3-wide, 4-wide, strictly stock action. And John Juliker picks up another checkered flag. Is he still in the battle for the points lead? There's someone on a bicycle. Juliker's going to pull it into the infield, looks like. Oh, I know what he's doing. Doing some donuts. Show off. Show off.
Wow, you gotta love that. You know, they say when there's smoke, when there's fire, and this guy still definitely has it going on. Your late model winner, he's coming up, he's coming out of the car. John Juliker! Come on over here, bud. How you doing, man? Congratulations, nice win there, bud. Nice to see you back, buddy. It was a little slick out there. Hey, Larry, it was raining, Larry. The first 5 laps we ran in the rain, Larry. It was a light rain, though. It was a light rain. Hey, you worked your way through there, man. That was the way to go and get up to that front. Well, everything worked pretty good. Tommy tried to pitch me down there at 3 and 4, but, you know, that's part of the game, I guess. And who do you want to thank her? Hey, Ralph, you pay Robosaurus for a lot of money. We smoke for hardly anything compared to him. I'd like to thank Kyle Snow Service, Don Davis Pontiac GMC Honda, Old Man Engineering, my crew, my owner, he's over sweating in the car, so he can't come over yet. And I'd like to thank the 4-Score, because maybe they'll give me a few dollars this year. Well, you deserve it. You've been winning them. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, John Juliker! Hey, we'll be right back on WXL 1300. We're going to go to break right now. They're going to take an extended break back at WXL. Nice extended break. We'll be back here in just a little while. All set? All right, speaking of the 4-Score, I'm donating tonight to whoever wins this. I'm donating 2 garage pit passes to the Watkins Glen race for second place tonight. So whoever gets second place, I'm donating to whoever gets it. You have to be over 18, though. You get a garage pass. 2 of you get a garage pass and a pit pass, and it enables you to go anywhere and everywhere at Watkins Glen. So I thought I'd donate that. Make some more money for the 4-Score tonight. So buy more tickets. Back up to you guys.
Thanks, Tim. Also, these 6 people have won oil changes at Glenn Campbell Chevrolet. If you have 50/50 tickets, number 850511, 845409, 851738, 851312, 851797, and 851087. You have won an oil change over at Glenn Campbell Chevrolet right down there at 8040 Trans Road in Williamsville. Stop on down to the 50/50 booth, down in the main concourse. You're still in the drawing for the money, and you've won a free oil change at Glenn Campbell Chevrolet. Once again, 850511, 845409, 851738, 851312, 851797, and 851087. You've all won oil changes at Glenn Campbell Chevrolet. Head right down to the 4-Score 50 table right now. You're still in the drawing for the money, and of course, that oil change at Glenn Campbell. We're back on the air. I was getting the robo equipment set up, John. John, where are you going? Where are you going?
I'm not sure. Where should I go?
I don't know. You just took off. You said you're going down there. If Tim was doing the interview, I don't know what the heck you're doing.
Well, I had to collect the microphone because Tim Packman says that since he quit the Lancaster Motorsports Park fitness program, he can't climb the stairs like he used to.
Oh, he's gotten lazy from working with NASCAR. I see what it is.
Exactly. So I had to come down here and collect the microphone and bring it back up myself.
Okay, then come back up. Get ready for the show. So we're going to bring Robosaurus out in a minute. And I know our friends from...
Powering up. Getting ready to put on the show here at Lancaster Motorsports Park. 4-story tall, fire-breathing, car-crushing monster that is, Robosaurus makes his way down the front stretch. Watch as he slowly comes to life. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Robosaurus. on his way out, rearing his head, gets loose, and blasts a flame. You can hear him in the background. Robosaurus lights up the night sky. Flames growing Robosaurus. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to him roar. Look at that, he stopped on turn 4. Checking out the crowd, looking for lunch. Watch out down there, turn 4. Robosaurus looking over the crowd. Oh! Streamers come flying out. The Robosaurus streamers make their way down the turn 4 crowd. Robosaurus' way of saying hello, people. Robosaurus backs away. He's ready to move down the front stretch, further down toward the center of the crowd. You can hear him roaring in the background, smoke billowing from Robosaurus as he breathes fire and flame down the front stretch. Robosaurus' arm and claws clenching and unclenching as he thinks about the lunch being from the infield. 2 cars waiting to meet their end as Robosaurus' lunch. Robosaurus nearly to the Mike Taco start-finish line. This all brought to you by Pepsi-Cola, Buffalo, and Glen Campbell Chevrolet. It's Robosaurus here at Lancaster Motorsports Park makes his way down to the Mike Taco start-finish line. Right down here, front and center, directly in front of the announcers, as we get nervous up in the topper. Look, Robosaurus looking right in. Now Robosaurus is going to say hello to Ralph Galuzzi. Ralph waving a dollar bill. I was like, come here, little puppy. Robo was coming by to say hello. Whoa! Robo gets up close and personal, right in the face of the thing counter. Oh my goodness. Robosaurus gives his tiring tower a little bit of a rock and roll. Oh my goodness. Did the Wells hole crack on around 2 and defeat some money to the Metal Monster. Oh, Mr. Robosaurus happiness. Oh yeah. Woo! I think the dollar just got burned. Money to burn, Ralph Galuzzi. Beat Robosaurus. Smoke billowing. Once again on Robosaurus. Purple smoke. Robosaurus getting up the turn 1 crowd. Robosaurus now waiting to say hello to the turn 1 people. 4 stories tall. Robosaurus thinking about lunch. Waiting for him on the infield. Comes over to say hi to the turn 1 crowd. Breathing flame and fire. Looks like my fried electrical wires we snapped here. Well, there goes another shot of streamers onto the turn 1 crowd. Robosaurus shooting streamers out of the crowd out here. Now, it looks like he's getting ready. Robosaurus can see lunch waiting for him in the infield. Robosaurus sees his first victim. Robosaurus whirls around in delight knowing that lunch awaits. What a dinner. Robosaurus whirling around in delight, getting ready to be fed. Knows it's feeding time here at Lancaster Motorsports Park. The first victim waits in the infield. One of the cars parked illegally last year, back here again. For lunch for Robosaurus. This is what happens when you park in the wrong spot at Lancaster. Next season, Robosaurus' lunch. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Robosaurus now done celebrating victory dance over lunch and getting ready to approach the first car. To clench it in his claws, ready to crush, rend, tear, and burn the first victim. Robosaurus approaches the car, the hapless victim in the infield. Robosaurus looks over and says, hey, this looks a lot like lunch. What? No mustard? Robosaurus gets ready, lights up lunch, flame flying. One happy looking Robosaurus. Only best for Robosaurus Robosaurus. He's looking for great move on, but we're not sure we can find that in the pits. Robosaurus banging on, getting ready to clench. Lunch in his claws. Robosaurus, you can hear him roaring and chuckling with delight as he gets ready to approach his first victim. Robosaurus gets closer. The hapless victim waits. Robosaurus bends low, gets ready to clench the first victim with his claws. Robosaurus closer, inch by inch, yard by yard. Robosaurus approaches his first victim. There he goes, Robosaurus getting in position. Robosaurus now has the car in his clutches. Brings on the clutch. You can hear the car being crushed in the background. The first victim of Robosaurus' mighty appetite. He brings it up. And he sounds like a happy camper there. He lifts effortlessly the first victim and prepares to toast it. Gotta have your food properly eaten, as Robosaurus is going to breathe fire upon dinner. Oh no, he's bringing it up to his jaws. Clenching the roof in his jaws, rips off the top of the car, pieces falling to the ground. As Robosaurus' first victim starts to fall apart. Now Robosaurus breathes fire into the interior, rips the roof off. Robosaurus getting ready to split the car in half. The roof clenched in Robosaurus' jaws and then ripped from the car. The car now bent nearly in two. Robosaurus prepares to rip his first meal in half. Now the car breaks into two separate parts. Robosaurus ripping his car to shreds. His first meal of the evening. And now it's properly toasted as he breathes fire on it. Nothing quite like a little bit of toast. Maybe a little jam, maybe some butter. You never know. Robosaurus sounds like a very happy camper there in the background. Robosaurus making mincemeat of his first victim. Now he gets ready to light the entire thing on fire, breathing flame and destruction upon the first victim. All pieces of the car once again hit the pavement in front of us. Robosaurus lights his first victim on fire, toasts it, burns it into a pulp. A crisp for the first victim for Robosaurus. Robosaurus prepares to rip the vehicle completely in two. The vehicle now completely engulfed in flames and fire. Right here in front of us, Robosaurus. We're going to drop the first victim into the infield. Split into two independent pieces. Robosaurus swings his arms with joy as the car lit completely in fire, completely engulfed. The first victim of Robosaurus will surely fall to the ground, completely crushed and destroyed by the claws and jaws of the mighty four-story car crusher Robosaurus. Robosaurus actually looks like he's throwing himself. Now the car falls to the ground. One more innocent victim left to go. Robosaurus realizes there's one more car awaiting his attention further down. He exits the sights and prepares to roll forward, leaving the hope of his first victim. And for the next one more car will feed the mighty appetite of the Robosaurus. Chuckling with delight, Robosaurus prepares to grab the second victim of the evening. Bending down slowly, grabbing those mighty hydraulic claws. His first victim burning completely to an absolute crisp here, right in front of the starting tower. Nothing quite like crispy toast.
John, it looks like you're
devour here in the front stretch.
It could be. I did donate one of my cars to a local fire company that needed to practice on. So I let them hang it up. But not quite in the same way that Robosaurus does, with quite the amazing glee and enjoyment. Robosaurus approaches the second victim, prepares to set his claws underneath the hapless automobile waiting there. Gives it a little blast of fire to warm it up. This is the latest thing since the microwave. Robosaurus with his flame-throwing capability gets ready to grab a hold of the second victim. The claws up to the roof, crushes the car just like that. Grabs a hold of it, pulls it completely off the ground. Robosaurus is second victim. Makes its way up. Robosaurus clutches the next victim, races it high in the air, breathes fire in the interior, prepares to light the next victim. Wheels and tires flying everywhere. Great name there in front of Robosaurus. Robosaurus prepares to crush and split its second victim. The hydraulic claws grab the vehicle. The hapless former Hulk of an automobile hanging in the grip of Robosaurus. Robosaurus opens the wide stainless steel metal jaws. Prepares to take a huge bite on the second victim. There goes pieces of the car falling to the pavement. Robosaurus now grabbing the roof. You can hear the car crushing in the background. Robosaurus crushing the car. You can hear it coming apart. You're listening at home. You can actually hear Robosaurus pulling that car apart. Grabs hold of his jaws, rips the car into pieces. Those strong metal claws of Robosaurus are trying to split that vehicle once again in half. The first hole still burning here, directly in front of us. Lancaster saves are trying to save the name for the first hapless victim. As they put out the fire. Meantime, Robosaurus is busy with his second victim, preparing to rip that one apart and light it on fire as well. Pieces of the car falling everywhere. Robosaurus on a mission of destruction here at Lancaster Motorsports Park. Robosaurus holds the roof with his metal jaws. The claws work back and forth. The roof peels back. Robosaurus growling in the background, enjoying his tasty little snack.
I think he lost that.
And certainly also the American Dental Association will be after the big hurry. So he's chuckling in the background now. Looks like he's going to say, hey, this meal is cold. He pulls it apart. The car comes into pieces. Now the lights on fire as Robosaurus warms things up. Robosaurus lights his second victim on fire. Robosaurus actually munching away at his second meal. Dinner for Robosaurus. His ears flying with absolute glee. It was a little bit like Snoopy out there when he's looking friendly. Right now he lights the car on fire. It's completely engulfed. Robosaurus' second victim completely engulfed. Robosaurus races his head high in triumph. Shoots flames skyward. Once again, gives the car a blast just for good measure. The car now really pulling at it. As there's flames shooting out of every possible opening in that automobile. Robosaurus prepares to cast away his second victim in shreds and pieces. Molten metal, plastic, and iron preparing to drop out of the sky. The 4-story tall Robosaurus does away with his second victim of the night here in Lancaster. There it goes, ladies and gentlemen, completely bent in half. The car falls helplessly onto the apron here in Lancaster in pieces. A metal mess, no longer looking like the automobile it once was. Robosaurus having saved his appetite. Not meets some bystanders here in the crowd.
And of course, Robo likes to wash it all down with ice cold Pepsi.
So now, if Robosaurus is done, have a nice cold Pepsi in the concession stand. Because that's the official drink of Robosaurus. Possibly.
What else better to wash down some hunks of flaming metal?
Nice cold Pepsi that will allow the concession stand official soft drink. Robosaurus celebrating his victory. And there, actually makes his way down the infield. And once again, will hopefully go to sleep. His Robo is he's looking for his next victim. But that's it. Dinner, 2 automobiles. Robosaurus winning victory games down by turn 4. Robosaurus celebrating his victory. And with 2 helpless victims. call. Car crushing, fire breathing, Robosaurus. Let them hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Putting on a great show here for you, Lancaster. Robosaurus, getting it done.
Now we get Big Ben.
That is. You know how that works. Once you get a meal in you gotta go take a nap. That's exactly what Robosaurus is gonna do as he settles down for a nice evening's rest. Robosaurus. Hey, check it out, we got fireworks. I don't know, we set them off, but hey, why not enjoy them? They can with a turn 3 ball.
Look at how Robosaurus and all his trainers.
Once again, a big welcome to the team from Pepsi Cola Buffalo. At Lancaster on a Saturday night. The streamer is still billowing from the poles and wires here at Lancaster after Robosaurus shot all kinds of neat stuff out into the crowd. The streamer's billowing from the phone pole here on turn 1. But make sure you head down to the novelty stand as the driver of Robosaurus will be down there signing autographs here. If he's not already there, he'll be there any moment now. The novelty stand doing a smoking business. You can buy t-shirts, Robosaurus, souvenirs and novelties, pictures, you name it. Head to the novelty stand. It's the place to be tonight. As the Monte Carlo pace car gets ready to collect the ground pounders of Lancaster. 358 cubic inch V8 powered open wheel racing, some of the fastest short track cars in the nation. Prepare to come out for their feature race of the evening. The lights will come on momentarily on the Chevrolet Monte Carlo pace car. Green flag racing this time by.
There will be Dave Wahlberg and Tom McGrath on the front row. Watch the 77 of Finance as they come to life through 3 and 4. Green flag in the air. We are racing with the modified. Wahlberg leads him into turn number 1, but Billy Putney tight on his back bumper. It's the rookie and the veteran on the inside. Tom McGrath to the outside through 3 and 4. McGrath has got a nose up on Wahlberg. They'll come off turn number 4. Leading lap number 1, it will be Tom McGrath, followed by Wahlberg. Putney here and Flanagan. Now Putney to the outside of David Wahlberg as they battle through turn number 2 now. Nerf Rider down the backstretch side by side. It's Putney to the outside. They'll power past the youngster and take the second spot away. Now here comes the Mighty Taco Modified, the Heron Flanagan. They're 4th and 5th. They're looking over Wahlberg for that third spot. Tom McGrath continues to lead the way, but here comes Billy Putney right on his back bumper. Those two check out on the field now, and we got some tight racing action between Littlefield, Sheer, Nolan. Here comes the Superman Siege Bonanza. The battle's on 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Throw a blanket over as they come across the start finish line. Littlefield goes by Sheer, and now he looks to go by Bonanza. Ahead of him, it's Staubitz and Flanagan running side by side for the 4th, 5th, and 6th position. Now Staubitz powers to the outside of Carl Air going into turn number 3. 4 in the books and 27 to go now. For Tom McGrath, beating Billy Putney. Your top 2 cars trying to check out on the field. Wahlberg hanging on 3rd. Here comes Big Dog, Donnie Staubitz. And look out, the feud is about to begin between Bonanza and Knoll. They're running nose to tail now through 3 and 4. And now the pass is on for 3rd. Staubitz to the outside of Wahlberg in the 3rd position after turn number 1. Staubitz takes position away, and now he's going to chase down McGrath and Putney. Down the back, Putney pulls right on the back bumper of Tom McGrath through 3 and 4. But here comes the Big Dog, racing them down as they go on turn number 4. 6 in the books, and that makes 24 to go now. Putney looks to the outside. We got side-by-side battles with the Big Guns division. Flanagan and Noel go underneath. Now Noel will lump at the Flanagan, but Anson now on his back bumper lane on the chrome horn. They're slam dancing and head banging through 3 and 4. Now Putney shoots the outside of McGrath comes across our finish line. Flanagan finally breaks through. Things starting to sort themselves out. Again, McGrath, Putney, Staubitz, Wahlberg, Flanagan, Noel, and Bonanza your top 6 with Flanagan and Hare in the mix as well. Now into 4, Putney and McGrath touch up. Turn number 4, tire to tire for the lead. They run Nerf Rider with 22 laps to go. Putney is all over the back bumper of the TV, planted 12 of McGrath. They'll run nose to tail now into turn number 3. Donnie Staubitz is reeling them in though, and he's looking to make this a 3-way dance for the lead. This time by 9 to the road, 21 to go with Billy Putney now working to the outside. They're going to feel some lap traffic. Bill Kozichuk's number 9. He's going to get in the way and have to hold up this battle as they go past the down the backstretch. The battle will resume, and Johnny Staubitz has caught your top two race cars. Now we've got three cars pre-training for the lead up turn number 4. Down across our finish line, 20 to go now, as the rest of the field dealing with the lap traffic. But it's a three-car battle right now between McGrath, Putney, and Staubitz to lead, and caution comes out.
It looks like everybody's got theirs so far. It's 5 laps. Just scrubbing and coming together and just having a great time back there. They're trying to work.
The Chevy Monte Carlo pace car ducks into the infield. It will be McGrath and Putney perched on the front row. Larry Woodruff flips him over, and he says, "Let's go racing once again." And they'll thunder it down. Putney and McGrath get a great jump on the field. They'll run nerf bar for the lead. Staubitz pulls away from Wahlberg and Flanagan. Noel, Bonanza, Littlefield, still your top 8. Now things are going to get shuffled up a bit through 3 and 4, but McGrath and Putney continue to run side by side. Sparks flies, they touch dirt cars. McGrath is still your race leader. Now Staubitz tries to get a wheel underneath Putney. Here comes Jim Flanagan and Steve Bonanza. This is anybody's race. This is some awesome modified racing. Battled on the backstretch. Bonanza goes the outside of Flanagan for the 4th position. We've got big dogs and flying McGrath out front, but here comes the Superman with the blue pin trailing into turn number 1 to work in lap 12. Billy Putney all over the back bumper of Tom McGrath.
Down the back stretch, and McGrath is flying down there, Putney with him, and Big Dog on the outside, turns 3 and 4. Going on the outside line, but now he opens up the door for Superman. Siege Bonanza on the inside line.
They'll run nerf car going into 1. Here comes the Superman and the Big Dog on the inside. They'll both wash high up on the racetrack. Flanagan bobbles. They'll drop a few positions back, but it's still McGrath and Putney and Bonanza Staubitz side by side for 3rd. They touch it, tap, and they'll take it up towards turn 4. The caution comes out. And it looks like Donnie Staubitz may have a flat tire. Nope. But Bonanza and Staubitz took each other out. Some rough racing. All right, McGrath and Putney once again perched on the outside as we're looking for a restart. Hopefully, at turn number 4, we will get the green flag, and we're racing once again. Going into turn number 1, Putney to the outside of McGrath. They'll run nerf bar once again. Flanagan to 3rd, Wahlberg on his outside. Nolan 5th, Littlefield is 6th. Here comes Carl here from the back of the pack, bringing the Big Dog and Superman with them. But it's side by side for the lead off turn number 4. McGrath holding up, Putney off turn number 4. Takes on the lead, and we're at the halfway point. They slam together, causing Sparks to shoot, Sparks to fly, nerf bar, tight modified action. Now Noel Littlefield moving to 4th and 5th past David Wahlberg. They run through 3 and 4. 16 the books now as McGrath has got a back bumper full of Billy Putney. And turn number 1. It's single file for the top 6. And it's Donnie Staubitz and Steve Finn on a mission to get back to the front of the field. But it's right now Tom McGrath and Billy Putney's race since the get-go. As Flanagan sits back there in 3rd, and here comes Daniel 4th, and Staubitz now spins in turn number 3, bringing out another caution.
Looks like Staubitz just got up into turn 3, and the back end came around all by itself as Staubitz washed out high into turn 3. As he was coming out there, he got out of the groove, the back end of the car come around, and it's tucked in neatly into the thermal foams up in the corner there.
I probably wouldn't be wrong in saying that still might be a little damp there in those very high lines up there in turn number 3, and that could have helped Donnie Staubitz around. And all the marbles and dirt and gravel up there probably didn't help either, and you pretty much have no traction when you get into those 3rd and 4th grooves up there in turn 3. Here you go, it's Tom McGrath, Billy Putney, Jim Flanagan, Danny Noel, Rich Littlefield, Dave Wahlberg, Carl Hare, Brett Shear, Siege Bonanza, Sean O'Neill, Dan Shamir, and Bill Kosachuk, your lineup with 13 to go as we're ready, set, let's go, racing once again as the green flag comes out. McGrath will lead him into turn number 1, looking for an excellent jump, but bolted to the back bumper is Billy Putney, and he's laying on the chrome horn down the back straightaway all over the TV plan in 12. McGrath lurks in 3rd, Noel lurks in 4th as they run single file. Now they're trying to double things up down the front stretch. Bonanza's stuck in the back of the pack, gate to the to the front of the field with 12 to go, so we're going to see some new pace at victory lane hopefully. Billy Putney is all over the back bumper of Tom McGrath. Report trackside, Seaman may have a tire going down. Pass for the lead. Putney and McGrath tap tires. He goes underneath your new leader. We got contact. Flanagan trying to hang on. Backs into the thermal foam. Danny Noel, an awesome drive. John trying to save that car. Flanagan spins, catches the foam, pulls away. Littlefield involved, he'll pull away. But the caution is out with 11 to go. Back the lead, or will the Mighty Taco Modified on Carl Hare find victory lane tonight? We've got 11 laps to decide it. We're single file. We're ready. We're set, and they are gonna go as they get the green flag. Wild restart cars all over the place, trying to get the spot. But we are racing once again, and Putney looks to check out on the field big time. McGrath trying to run with him. But Harrod, Walber, and Knoll can't hang on. That's your top 5. Jim Flanagan knocking off spot after spot. He has worked his way back to the 8th position. And now we've got 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go. McGrath is back on the back bumper. He looks to the inside of Putney for 2. Down the backstretch. Putney hangs on, though. Now Danny Knoll to the outside of Dave Walber for 4th. The veteran showing the youngster how to do it, and he'll take the 4th spot away. Now in 4th is Danny Knoll Jr. 9 laps to go. It's going to be Putney and McGrath. Bonanza takes another spot away from Dan Shamir. He's trying to chase his way through. Now Browns for Flanagan. He'll catch the outside retaining wall off turn number 2. He lost it all on his own. And it looks like the caution is going to come out. Oh, we're staying green. Or no.
Just through the caution just in time for Flanagan. Looks like we got some fluid down on the track. As Flanagan wins.
Single foul. Restart. Billy Putney looking to hang on for his first win. And Larry Woodruff looks him over, throws the green, and we are racing once again. And Putney McGrath getting a great jump on the field going into turn 1. Putney washes high, McGrath looks for an open door, but can't find the roof. Knoll to the outside of here. Here comes Littlefield. Walber. Bonanza takes a spot away from Brett Shear. Things are bunched up behind your top 2. McGrath looks under. Putney for the lead. Can't find the race. Now it's 7 to go. And side by side for a third, though, between Knoll and Hare. Hare running the inside. Knoll running the outside for that 3rd spot. Knoll going to look to power away, and he's got Littlefield, Bonanza on the chrome horn behind him. He's going to throw a blanket over 3 through 8. Now here comes Brett Shear in the mix. We're 2 by 2 by 2 down the front stretch. Outside line looks like the fast line. We've got 6 to go as Danny Knoll powers away from that pack. Now McGrath to the inside of Putney for the lead. Going into turn 3. McGrath looking for some running room on the inside. Into turn number 4. 5 laps to go this time by. Now to cross the finish line. Knoll down your leaders.
Putney trying to hang on to that lead. Comes out of turn 2. McGrath right with him. Knoll looking to chase him down. But he's got a 10-car length lead to make up. Look at Bonanza making a move into the 4th position. Underneath Richie Littlefield, right behind Carl Hare. The Superman makes his way up from the back of the pack. And here comes Putney McGrath. Danny Knoll, Carl Hare, Richie Littlefield, Dave Walber, Shear, Sean O'Neill. As we head down now, we got caution. As it looks like Bonanza comes together. Bonanza with some flame under the front of the seat. Bonanza number 77. We're going to get him stopped. As we've got flames coming out of number 77 up in turn 2. Flames in the left front corner. As Carl Hare and Siege Bonanza come together. Waiting for a report on Siege Bonanza. As it looks like his knife aimed me over as there's flames coming from the left side of the Siege Bonanza 77. Speedway Park, Flower Market, Bonanza Tire Sales, NortheastFreight.com, Siege Bonanza number 77. Up there in turn 2. Comes to a halt. Not looking good up there for the Superman. Carl Hare and the 77 came together up there in turn 2, and the outcome not looking good. This car with flame coming out of the left side front does not bode well, but Danny Knoll Jr. has watched that happen twice. And you know that he will learn from experience. Danny Knoll Jr. will try to hang on to the tail of Tom McGrath. Here comes Putney into turn 3. The pace car ducks to the infield. Putney into turn 3, now into turn 4. The starter looks him over and says, gentlemen, let's go green flag racing, modified style. Putney checks out of the field to restart. Danny Knoll Jr. right behind McGrath. Now we have some smoke coming from one of our drivers. The number 5 of Walber smoking heavily. Heavy smoke coming out of the number 5 down the back stretch. Walber doesn't know about it yet as heavy smoke was coming out of number 5. Now, big time, Walber going up in smoke. Flag coming out for Walber as it looks like he's going to lose an engine. Walber smoking real strong turns 1 and 2. Tremendous smoke. Walber now way out the pace. The rest of the field goes by. 27 laps in. Now here comes Putney McGrath on the inside. No, right behind him, McGrath. Side by side on the front stretch. No, McGrath can't hang on to the race car. Putney powers back out in front. Now back to turns 1 and 2. McGrath looks for the inside move. Putney now back to the power down the back stretch. McGrath tried everything he could to get around him. The number 5 pulls the infield. Walber obviously having all kinds of difficulty. Here comes Putney. McGrath powers on a turn 4. No behind him. White flag. 1 more left over Putney. Now Danny Knoll trying to take every measure of McGrath. McGrath trying everything he could. Putney realized the move. Putney down the back stretch. Putney opens up a 5-car length lead over McGrath. Comes into turns 3 and 4. McGrath looking to see if he can pass Putney in the last move. No, McGrath. Now it's going to be Putney. Now Noel got Putney. Noel got McGrath. Now it's Putney, McGrath. I'm sorry, Putney, Noel, McGrath. Littlefield. Shear, Hare, O'Neill, Staubitz. Oh boy, was that race close. Putney takes the win. Noel picks up the second position. McGrath fell off the pace. Noel takes away the second spot, so McGrath in third. But your modified feature winner from East Aurora, New York, the number 88. Riddling Heating Enclosures, Samuel Steel, Diamond Saw, King Petroleum, Bruce's Automotive, and Lawson Products. The number 88 of Billy Putney takes the win. Modified feature racing action. The race was on big time for second and third. Danny Knoll Jr. waiting back there, made his move on the very last lap, made the pass into the second position, and put Tom McGrath down into third. But Billy Putney drove it away. As we've had some wild and crazy things going on. Siege Bonanza with fire from the left side of his car. Walber's number 5 from Ransomville pulls into the infield. In the last couple of laps, smoke streaming from the back of the vehicle. Last couple of laps, as all things looks like things were starting to come apart in the Walber number 5. But here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Modified feature winner, Billy Putney. Now trackside, waiting to do the interview. Ladies and gentlemen, handed down trackside to Dave, the Dude Buchanan. Take it away, Dave.
It's his niece's birthday. And this one has got to feel really good after the season he's been having trying to defend the track championship. He's had a lot of hard luck, a lot of tough runs, but he's finally got the brand new car for the season into victory lane. And he's getting unbuckled. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's modified feature winner, Billy Putney! Billy, come on, this one has got to feel really good.
Yeah, it's good to be back in the winner's circle. It's sort of been a slow season so far this year. Got to thank the crew. They've done a great job, and you know, they needed it. We've had some rough races this year. Everybody has done a great job. I'd like to thank Rittling Heat Transfer Equipment, King Petroleum, Diamond Saw, Bruce's Automotive, Samuel, and just everybody for their support. Fourscore and Thermal Foams. Just glad to be here. Tommy ran us hard and clean. I put the pressure on him a couple times, and he was putting it back to me. So good, clean racing. Thanks to the crew and everybody.
Thanks, Billy. Made my job easy. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's modified feature winner, Billy Putney. Coming up next, stick around. The 3-wide, 4-wide Strictly Stocks are next, as we'll be right back on WXRL.
Take it, Dave.
All right, the winning 50-50 ticket for $935. 850-480. 850-480. Go down to the 50-50 stand in the main concourse. 850-480. And the winning ticket for the 2 garage passes to the Winston Cup race at the Glen, 845-228. 845-228. That's for the Watkins Glen passes. Head right down to the 50-50 stand. You have 5 minutes. Once again for the money, 850-480, $935. You have 5 minutes. Meet the Fourscore representatives down at their stand in the main concourse. Billy's got another thank you.
And also,
A very happy Billy Putney trackside.
I'd also like to wish my niece Brittany a happy birthday.
Thanks, Billy. Congratulations once again.
All right, a very happy Billy Putney down there trackside. Getting his victory lane photos as Dave Buchanan's going to make his way back up to the tower. Happy birthday to Chrissy if she's here in the crowd tonight. Happy birthday to Chrissy. Special welcome to Brendan and Sean Wall here on hand, checking out the circle track racing action. They're going to get it on here as they always do. 15 laps of strictly stock feature racing action. The Chevrolet Monte Carlo pace car ducks to the infield. Here comes the strictly stock field right behind it.
Time for some 3 wide, 4 wide, and maybe if they're lucky, 5 wide. Green flag, strictly stock racing action coming at ya. It ain't the Thunder or the Modifieds, but it's still pretty darn exciting as they head into turn number 1, and we've got one and round in the ring already. Ray Panessa spinning out. Oh, he tags Marty Brisky in turn number 1, turning him around. Things are all looped up in turn number 1, but they'll get things going. We're still green flag racing. And as Pete Hackett to the inside of Tim Offhouse, Pete Hackett on the inside, Offhouse to the outside, and leading lap 1, it's the 51 of Offhouse. Whitmer in the Cartel 70, he's to the outside of Hackett. Here comes DeVille to the inside of Gary Light and Tim Ponce in the mix, and Terry Watson with that new paint job looking faster than ever. He goes by Russell Knudsen. Back into turn number 3, Marty Brisky has in the infield. Pat Sullivan into the infield as we'll complete lap number 2. It's still one of the Offhouse boys. Tim Offhouse leading the way. Hackett all over the racetrack. He's getting pressured by DeVille as they're 3 wide down the front stretch. The Pink Flamingo working the outside line, getting past the Alligators through the field. He's got the heartthrob to the inside. The Tag Jewelers 33. They'll freight train down the back stretch. It's a Knudsen sandwich going down the back straight to his Bobby Hale checks to his inside. They'll hold things up. Freight train through 3 and 4. Here comes the general marching the troops to the inside of Watson. As Tim Offhouse a Whitford checking out, and Hale catches the outside retaining wall. Bobby Hale catches the outside retaining wall.
Oh, we're going to bring out a caution here on this one, as Hanel hit that end of that tire real hard on the end of that retaining wall.
Catches Jason Lovell. Lovell's pulling away. Hanel dropped the net. That's a signal that he is all right and conscious. Lovell's okay. He'll pull away. And our crew checks on the 33 of Hanel.
And Dave, the dude.
3 in the books, 12 to go. It's one of the awesome Offhouses on the point. Tim Offhouse, Rick Whitmer, Don DeVille, Tim Ponce, Russell Knudsen, Gary Light, Terry Watson, Jim Ling, Kyle Volk, and Jim Offhouse. Your top 10 with the Glenn Campbell Chevrolet numbering in 11 as we're rolling through 3 and 4. Larry Woodruff looks him over, gives him the green flag, and we're racing once again. And Offhouse gets a great jump on the restart. DeVille pulls the inside of Rick Whitmer, Knudsen to the inside of Ponce. There's Terry Watson. There's Gary Light, Jim Ling. Things are bunched up the back of the pack, though, as we're going to shuffle the deck, feel them out down the back straightaway. And we're doing 3 wide Richard Hallett sandwiches through the back of the pack. As we're going to sort things out, they come down the front stretch and put lap 4 in the books. Offhouse hanging on, but there's Don DeVille knocking on the door. There's Rick Whitmer, Russell Knudsen, Tim Ponce, Gary Light, and Jim Ling all in the mix looking to get to the front of the field. And there's Terry Watson with the brand new paint job. We're bumping and scrubbing, humping and bumping off the turn 2. We got a spin. Jim Meehan goes off-roading at turn number 2 and doing a little mud bogging. 3 wide now. Jim Ling making this a Tim Ponce sandwich. As the Pink Flamingo is high, wide, handsome off turn number 4. He's going to take a couple spots away. And he almost scrapes the outside retaining wall. Jim Ling driving injured. Driving a car is about all he can do with his injury as he runs through 1 and 2. He's on the outside of Rick Whitmer. Those guys are breaking into the top 5. Now Jim Offhouse spins in front of Tom Hagen. Looks like we may have some water kicked up on the track. Things are bunched up and they're going to try and get things refired. And we're going to stay green flag racing. Tim Offhouse keeps them out in front. DeVille hangs on to second. Whitmer, Knudsen and Ling, your top 5 with Gary Light knocking on the door looking for a way. And now Ling threads the needle between Knudsen and Whitmer. And now Don DeVille looking for his first win, and so is Tim Offhouse. They'll run side by side for the lead going into turn 3. DeVille out in front. He's trying to hang on to the outside of Tim Offhouse. 2 drivers looking for their first win, about to be pressured by a Pink Flamingo. 7 in the books, 8 to go, and Don DeVille is going to take the lead, I think, on the outside here. And yes, he will. Don DeVille, your new race leader, looking for his first feature win. But look out, here comes the Pink Flamingo. Jim Ling looking for his 5th feature win, is chasing down the Shabadoos 41, and Rick Whitmer rides into 3rd. Now it's Tim Offhouse and Russell Knudsen round out the top 5. This time, parallel popsicle stick in the air. It's Ultraman time as we've got 8 in the books and 7 to go. Side by side, door handle for the lead. DeVille to the inside, the Pink Flamingo to the outside. Jim Ling side by side, drag race down the backstretch. Oh, he shoves him up into the wall. Jim Ling leaves a Lancaster stripe down the backstretch. And he cut a tire, it looks like. He is slowing on the field. As they'll come off, Ling has probably got a flat. He has drove it up, trying to stop up in turn number 4. And it looks like DeVille's hanging out. Rick Widmer's bolted to his back bumper and will bring out a caution.
They're racing down the back stretch, and Ling was up on the outside of the wall. And just
With back bumper, don't count rookie Russell Knutson. And veterans Kyle Volk, Terry Watson, that's your top 5. Ray Panessa, after an early spin, has made his way back to 6th. Last week's feature winner, winning one for his son Adam on his birthday, looking to get back into victory lane. All right, we're going to roll up turn number 4 with 6 to go. We are going to get the green flag once again. 6 laps to settle this one. And they'll run single file into turn number 1. Down the backstretch, single file for your top 7 race cars. Panessa looking over Terry Watson. Watson going to try and go to the outside of Kyle Volk. They'll run door handle to door handle for the 5th position. Panessa to the inside. 5 laps to go.
Strictly stock racing action as they head into turns 1 and 2. On the lead and hanging on for everything he can. Don DeVille from Buffalo. Down the back stretch, right behind him. Rick Widmer, the John Lang Trucking Groff's Tavern Machine, and Russ Knutson back there as well. Looking to put a little extra power in the muffler bearings. Maybe add a little turn signal fluid. The number 93 to see if he can get by. But Don DeVille right now in command. 11 laps down. 4 laps to go. Strictly stock racing action. DeVille hanging on to the race lead. Strictly stock. The rest of the field bunched up behind him. The race now on for the 4th position. There's Panessa from Lancaster hanging on to the inside line. Strictly stock racing action. 2 wide through turns 3 and 4. Kyle Volk on the outside of Panessa. But now Panessa, command in 4th. So your race running order, you've got DeVille, Widmer, Knutson now trying to challenge for the 2nd spot. Knutson goes high down the backstretch wall. But now Panessa tries to get underneath Knutson. Panessa hanging on, now the 55er Resch trying to get into the mix. Things starting to bunch up here. 13 laps down, twin popsicle sticks, 2 laps to go for Don DeVille. And Widmer, Knutson in 3rd. Resch coming to the outside of Knutson. Resch trying to make the pass in the 30s on the outside of Knutson, taking a long way around. Now Resch makes the pass into the 3rd spot. Knutson on the inside. Here comes the 14 of Panessa, trying to make up positions. Resch on the outside, challenging for the 2nd spot. Now Matt Resch coming out of turns 3 and 4. Matt Resch in the 55. Putting his foot down hard, trying to power that car up by Widmer. So now it's your race leader, Don DeVille, taking a white flag. 1 more lap. Here comes Matt Resch into the 2nd spot. Rick Widmer in 3rd. Knutson in 4th, but heavily challenged by Panessa. Panessa on the outside to race on. Now Resch on the outside of DeVille. Resch on the outside, the race for the lead right on the last lap. The race for the lead right now, DeVille trying to hold off the hard charging. The checkered flag waves for DeVille, then Resch. Widmer, Knutson, Panessa, light. Oh, the Strictly stocks getting it done here tonight. What a great racing night. Don DeVille takes the win. Matt Resch, 2nd by only half a car. Unbelievable Strictly stock racing action here at Lancaster Motorsports Park. On Saturday as Dave Buchanan waits to make his way out to greet tonight's Strictly stock feature winner. The Shabadoos, the New Wave, Snap-on Tools. Number 41 from Buffalo, New York. That is Don DeVille, your Strictly stock feature winner, coming up to grab the checkered flag for his victory lap. Don DeVille comes up, takes the checkered flag. A very happy camper, the number 41. The Strictly stocks, once again, do not disappoint. Get their 15 laps in. Strictly stock racing action. Pepsi-Cola of Buffalo and Glenn Campbell Chevrolet bringing in tonight's racing action. Once again, a big welcome to Ron Stasio and Scott Pastor, easy for me to say, from Pepsi-Cola Buffalo. Mike Robinson and Kevin Campbell from Glenn Campbell Chevrolet on hand here tonight. If you're leaving tonight, be sure to stop by the Glenn Campbell Chevrolet display in the main concourse and check it out. Some great vehicles on display, courtesy of Glenn Campbell Chevrolet. Don DeVille making his way down the backstretch, savoring every moment with the checkered flag waving proudly out the driver's side window. Dave Buchanan standing by trackside. Don DeVille on to turns 3 and 4. Prepares to make his way down to the front stretch. Dave Buchanan, take it away trackside.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out tonight to Robosaurus Night. Special thank you for sticking through the long rain delay. You guys are true race fans. Thank you for coming out tonight. Be sure to join us tomorrow for Extreme War right here at the Speedway. Next Saturday night is Autograph Night presented by Stockmore. And a first feature win, ladies and gentlemen, Don DeVille tonight, Strictly Stock feature win. Donnie, first one's got to feel real good.
Oh, it feels great. Feels great. I want to thank my sponsors, Brian Snap-on Tools, Shabadoos, and kind of one, the best Chris Perry in town, New Wave Hair, girlfriend Joanne for putting up with me in this. And I hope I can race a couple more years.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, a few words. Tonight's Strictly Stock feature winner, Don DeVille. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out tonight. You've been great race fans sticking through the long rain delay. Thank you for coming out. Be sure to join us tomorrow for Extreme War, wrestling and racing right here in Lancaster. And if you're not going to make it tomorrow, be sure to be here right back here next Saturday for Autograph Night. And of course, on WXRL 1300 starting at 7 o'clock. On behalf of Ralph Galuzzi, Jennifer Fidanza, the staff and management of Lancaster Motorsports Park, and for Howie Markel, my good friend Tim Packman, and John O'Doy, I'm Dave Buchanan. Until then, we'll see your faces at the races.